and we'll get started here in a few minutes. Okay, welcome to an episode of Getting Busy. And with that being said, let's get busy. How are we doing today? I hope everybody's enjoying what it was this last weekend on Sunday. I got to get on the golf course. I was so happy, and yeah, I had a blast. It was so nice to get up Monday morning and it was colder than hell. That good old Indiana weather, man. You just cannot let it put you down. It's something else. So anyway, so we're gonna get started today with the Cowboys. They signed a rotational cornerback, Darian Kendrick from the Rams. Kendrick was out all last year uh, with I think it was a torn ACL. He did it in 2024, so he spent the whole season out last year, and they released him. So the Cowboys picked him up today. I imagine they're going to give him a shot to see what he can do. He'll be playing side by side with Kobe Durant. So maybe Kobe said something. I don't know. I haven't seen no tape on him. All I know is that he's only started 18 games, so I'll be keeping. I'll take a look at it. Obviously, the big thing we're coming up now is we're starting to get closer to the draft. With that, there's a lot of pro days going on, and uh, so yeah, let's start there. And I'm gonna tell you, ESPN is really getting on my damn nerves. I'm gonna load it up on here, but I'm telling you what, they are getting on my nerves so bad with this with this mock draft thing, man. They keep wanting to add a person that's hurt. If you've caught my videos and my lives, um, you'll know that I'm not big on wanting to draft Jermond McCoy. Um, Now I don't want to sound mean when I say that. It's just the Cowboys they have drafted so many people hurt, and we've had to wait over the years. The guy they drafted that they signed today is somebody they got to rehab. They got to help who's coming off of rehab, and they've got to see how good if he's going to be a rotational player, if he's just going to be on the practice squad or what. I have no idea. I don't know much about the guy, but but then they wanted to. I'm going to bring it up here in a minute, and I'm going to see what it is they are actually saying because it's yeah, I'm finding it annoying as hell. I ain't gonna lie. So um, let me bring up. Let me try to find this on here. Uh, so let's see what we got. Try to bring up one here now. That's not what I want. Hmm. Yeah, that definitely ain't what I want. So Let's get that out of here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so we're going to go over here and look at what Field Yates is saying here. Yes, what my man Yates is saying here. Yeah, get my scrolling to work here. I'll be fine. Okay, so let's go on down. Let's get to what he's got to say here. Obviously, the first round first pick he's going to have the Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza. I'm not doing my first pick. My draft picks yet. My mock. I'll probably be doing them in the next 2 weeks. Right now, I'm just getting an idea what they're saying. This here is going to be a no brainer to me, to be honest. So, the Raiders are going to want their quarterback. Then we go down here to the Jets. He's got David Bailey going second to the Jets. Bailey's probably they're saying is the best edge rusher in the draft. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yes, but I don't. To me, the Jets will be Jets, man. I think I got to look on down here, but I know they're going to want a quarterback. I just and maybe they can get one later on, but they just do Jets things, and when they get a pick that early, it's always seems like it's a quarterback. I mean, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson. They even went back as far as Geno Smith. They got him back, but I still say they're probably going to go after a quarterback. So that's yet to be seen if they stick to defense. But we'll see. I know their coach is a defensive minded, so we'll see what happens there. Arizona, yeah, I can see that Arvell Reese going third. That would be a good pick. Tennessee, right here. They got Sonny Styles going, man, and I don't like that. That will determine whether or not if he's going to stay there, because that's who I want. At 12. So they're having him going at Yates has got him going at 4 to the Tennessee Titans. Now, this is right where you're probably going to see me put Jeremiah Love at right here. I've been saying that I think they need a premier player, and Jeremiah Love is definitely that guy. So, but Tennessee can go any way here. This wouldn't be a bad pick. It just shows you how great Sonny Styles is combine was. He was really he put on a hell of a show. So the New York Giants. This is another one that right here, just going back to back right here of wanting to take Caleb Downs, because these are the two guys I'm really looking at. So Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. So that would that would probably piss me off. Cleveland Browns and Carnell Tate. Okay, that's another one they can go wherever. I mean, I'll have to look at that. They got Washington taking Jeremiah Love. Now, this is something I think Washington could do, because there's another team that could go either way. So, but if Sonny Styles was to get past and let's say the Titans do take Love, I'd look for Sonny Styles to get taken right here, or Caleb Downs. So, because those are two hellacious players right there. New Orleans Saints, Reuben Bain Jr., that'd be a good pick. Keep going down here to Kansas City. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver. They definitely need a wide receiver. They definitely, but at the same time, they got to get Patrick Mahomes back, and it's going to be a while for that. So, scrolling to continue to work here. Cincinnati Bengals. Listen, here's another one that tear me up right here. Mansour Delane. That's somebody that we could use too. Cincinnati's another team. You're seeing a lot of teams that can go either way right here, and obviously the Cowboys are definitely one of them. So especially on defense, but Bengals could go offense and defense here, and it really wouldn't really wouldn't be a bad pick. Obviously, I think that's the best corner in the draft right there. So that's somebody that we would definitely look at if he's on the board at 12. Let's see what we got. But here's the one right here. I have a hard time with right there. Jermond McCoy. I've done content on this a few days ago, and I know it's all set up for his pro day on the 31st, and everybody's going to be watching that to see where he stands, because he got hurt in January 2025, set out all of last season. He didn't even participate at the combine, so it's a mystery, and to be at this point wanting to start him at draft him that early. And then here's another one. You go down here to R. Thomas Mason. Really? That's another person that I'm pretty sure he's nursing back to health. We just can't do this right now. We have now obviously if you're looking at my drafts or wanting to see me, watching any of my videos, you'd understand that I would be looking right here at Akeem Mesidor, man. I'd be looking there, or I'd be looking obviously at Sonny Styles, but the guy that I really want to look at is right here, Dylan Thiedemann, man. I believe that is the guy. Safety, because safeties are, his 4.3 speed is serious. It is absolutely 100% sideline to sideline. He's really good. So yeah. Another thing I'm sitting here looking at is I thought that the Jets get another pick. I don't see them picking those two guys. I know the Jets, okay? I've been watching them for years. I just don't see them not picking a quarterback. So I would say either at number 2 or number 16, and which I would say they'd probably do it at 2, and they would take Ty Simpson. That's who I believe. We shall see. But I really am down on this mock draft, wanting to Cowboys always pick up somebody hurt. Obviously, I just cannot get behind that. I can't. Jermond McCoy, he had a good season in 2024. There's no doubt. But just to want to just say, hey, we're going to draft him now, I know a lot is riding on that workout day on March 31st, and I'm sure we're all going to get to see that highlights. I'm sure I'll be getting some recordings of it, or even catch it. My buddy who I know is going to be doing game film on him, so I'll get to see where he's at. But a lot of us just don't want to do that right now. I say if we definitely go after Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, and Dylan Thiedemann, if we can we could always trade back right in there somewhere. As you see, not people talking, even looking at him until about pick 18. So yeah, round pick 18. So I've seen several videos where he could go in the top 20. But man, his speed, that 4.3 speed is real as it can be. So he's like my buddy Spartan was saying, he's like Jeff Heath who can cover and play the ball. So, and he will hit you. You know, Jeff Heath. That's one thing Jeff Heath would do. He would lay the lumber to you. He would hit you. So Dylan Thiedemann is that guy. His highlight reel is pretty impressive. His speed is really impressive. So I wouldn't put it past us. You know, not to think we wouldn't take a safety right there, or maybe trade down from 12 to right in here somewheres and see. Just depends on who's on that board. I do think Love will go in the top 5. Like I say, I just think he's going to go to the. I just think he's going to go to the Titans. That's who I would say would want it, because they need a premier player, and he is definitely that guy. So anyway, that's what I was looking at, some of the ESPN. And when you look at Mel Kiper's, it's pretty similar to that. I've looked at his too, and it's the same thing. He wants us to take, he says we're going to take Jermond McCoy at 12. Personally, I don't think we're even going to have 20. I think we're going to trade that away, because just something tells me we're going to make another play at an edge rusher. I mean, why not? Bitch. I'll get the hang of this. But yeah, I just think we're going to look for an edge rusher. Now, I obviously if you're going to go after Max, you're going to have to give up that 20, that pick 20. That's just a fact. You're going to have to give it up. Now, if you don't go after him, and you probably go after, because the Giants are taking calls on Thibodeau, so we wouldn't, we'd probably have to give up a third, maybe a fourth. Only, I'm not real sure. But that's the going rumor that I've seen on a lot of other web pages and content creators. So yeah, I just and still we still got one out there that we can still look at, man. I mean, our guy, Clowney. I mean, he's still not. He can be re-signed, and it ain't gonna cost a fortune. So I know that we need a veteran edge rusher, a veteran linebacker, and then we can go after and draft either a corner or a safety, because either or we can't go wrong. Obviously, we picked up a pretty good safety in free agency, but I just have to. I just got to see what's going on with that Jermond McCoy. I mean, I keep seeing that everybody thinks that the Cowboys are going to draft him, and Jerry has said that he is not going to go after hurt players, because he's going to
expect me to go borrow some of my future. I want me some glory hole.
So that's what he's saying. But no, I'm definitely going to want to see the tape. Far as pick 20, something tells me I don't even think we're going to have it. We're going to trade it away. We will see, or maybe trade down to get more picks. Who knows? I say one of the two. We're definitely going to trade down or trade something. So, yeah, that's my prediction. I'm going to have to, when I do my mock draft, I'll do it here in the next couple of weeks. I've been saying that for a few weeks, but we still got plenty of time. So, and I'm just trying to get it all, get everything together, because I've been watching some scouting on some edge rushers. I just want a veteran edge rusher, man. If you can't get your hands on Akeem Mesidor or Ruben Bain or David Bailey or Avell Reese, I'd rather have a veteran. I want a veteran edge rusher, and I want a veteran linebacker. That's what we want. Obviously, Jordan, from Miami. Yeah, he was all pro. But also they're looking at Aziz I cannot pronounce that last name, so forget it. But Jordan Brooks and Aziz Al-Shaair, some shit, from Texas. So yeah, they're looking at maybe a possible trade for one of those guys. That'd be awesome. Uh, Aziz was, he's a Pro Bowl linebacker. Mike, and Jordan Brooks is an All Pro. So that's he's one of the best. So Miami, obviously, we're trying to take advantage of them cleaning house. So that would then they're looking to draft and trade, and because they're stuck with a lot of money, man. And that's another thing that we're just talking about. Maybe picking up Tyreek Hill, because it wouldn't cost nothing, man. Think about that. It wouldn't, because he's getting $28 million from Miami. We could bring him in and use him as a third, fourth option on certain plays, on certain formations. Who knows? I would do it. I mean, we'd make our offense better. I'd do anything to make it get better. So I was, and the one that's pushing that is my buddy West Coast, and I'm going to agree. A lot of guys don't. They push back on him. Oh, he's hurt. Blah blah blah. It ain't going to cost nothing. You would sign him for about the same amount as you're going to sign somebody on your practice squad. That's a fact. So I would do it. Why not? It ain't going to cost nothing. Miami's paying him, and he's going to want to get on a team with that he can show off that he can still play. And who better than the number one offense in the league? So I would do that if they thought about that. I mean, why not? It ain't gonna cost nothing. He's getting big money from Miami. That's just it. Miami's cleaning house, which is why a lot of teams are going to try to take advantage of that. You know, they're stuck with I think like $90-some million in dead money for a Tua. I mean, wow. So they're in a bad spot right now. So I would look at that. But far as the mock drafts and Kuiper and Yates and who the hell ever else on ESPN, because they keep saying the same thing. I think they're all about the same. Saying that Cowboys need to draft these hurt players because they're coming back. Man, I want somebody who can come, because Cowboys ain't got time to wait. They really don't. Coach Parker has got so much pressure on him coming into this season to be able to have to put together a defense that can get people off the field on third down and try to stop all these big plays. He's got a lot of pressure on him, so he's got to coach up the guys, and I think we've got some good players out there. We got some decent players that can be coached, and that's a key right there. Coach Schottenheimer has said that he wants players that can be coached. So, the players that we got, hopefully we can get them coached up, get them in the right state of mind, get Deron Bland back to being, hopefully be a good corner, and learn how to play corner right instead of always either going for the pick six, and because he was good at pick six, I ain't gonna lie, but bust up the plays. Get Deron Bland playing some better football, because he hasn't played good football for a while. So get Jermond Bland playing good football. Get some of these young guys stepping up to pull weight, and I think we could be okay. But we gotta have a veteran edge rusher, man, and that's key. And we gotta have a veteran linebacker. Those I think are two things the Cowboys should be looking at going into the draft, and not wait until after the draft. I know a lot of guys are talking about, Sonny. If we get Sonny Styles, that would be great. I wouldn't have a bit of problem with it, but I still would. Do you really want a rookie being the Mike? I mean, do you really? Even he is your number one draft pick. Myself, I really don't. Not right. I would want to work him in a little bit and still have a good veteran there. So even if it's an old veteran, I just want somebody who can work. It just depends on if we end up with somebody like that. Now, obviously, I don't want an old veteran if we're going to end up with Alshire. God, I can't pronounce that guy's name. So Alshire or Brooks, then we just got a monster. Then we got our linebacker. If we get one of those guys, we got our linebacker then. So then it doesn't matter. I don't want to put. I don't think we ought to put Overshone at. Even try to make him and Mike. Keep him inside. Keep him doing what he does. I want a good veteran Mike, somebody who knows who can read it and see it. And that's something we didn't have last year. Murray didn't do a good job. Sandberg damn sure didn't do a good job. Now I'm not sold. I'm not sure about what Shamar James may be coming, because he did some things last year that really impressed me. But he was also another one that was fast at rushing after the quarterback. So when he blitzed, he got through there fast. And he did. Of course, we didn't blitz that much, so we didn't really get to see it. But but when they talked about it, when you do see it, he's pretty fast. So I look for him to be better this year. We'll see. Hopefully he don't go for the sophomore jinx. I'm not saying he was all that great. I'm just saying I want to see him get better and get to guys that can be coached. So that's the big thing right now, having guys that can be coached. So. With that being said, I'm going to be signing off. You know what it is. I wanted to come on for a few minutes to talk about the mock draft. I'll be coming back on probably later and talk about it some more. So you know what it is. Until next time, we are still them boys.